Welcome back to A Moment with Miranda, where we take a few minutes to reset, reflect, and remind ourselves that we are enough. All right, today I want to talk about something that might just change your life, or at the very least, lighten your emotional load. We all do it. We care way too much about what other people think of us. It can be exhausting, right? Like it's carrying this giant invisible weight on our shoulders. We are always wondering how we're being judged, if we're making the right impression, or if we're good enough in somebody else's eyes. But here's the truth, and we need to embrace it. It is none of our business what people think of us. Say it with me. It is none of my business what people think of me. Yeah, I said it. None of my business. And let's be honest, it's not any of yours either. Once you realize that, it's like flipping a switch in your mind. You get to release that weight that you've been carrying around and finally start living your life for yourself on your terms and your values. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you should ignore all feedback. That is not what this message is whatsoever. There's a huge difference between constructive criticism and just random opinions. And that's what I really want to dive into today. Think about the people who truly care about you, your inner circle, your mentors, your closest friends. These are the people who offer feedback that's meant to help you grow, not tear you down. It might sting sometimes. You might feel defensive or frustrated, but deep down, you know they're giving it to you straight because they care. That's constructive criticism. It's not always easy to hear, but it's the kind of feedback that pushes us to be better, to keep growing, and to reach our full potential. But then there's that other kind of feedback, the unsolicited opinions, the comments from people you barely know. Or maybe they don't even know you at all. They just feel the need to have some kind of say in your life or your decisions. Maybe it's a snide remark from someone online or a passive aggressive comment from a coworker. Or maybe it's just someone who has an opinion about your life, your choices, or your appearance, your goals for absolutely no reason other than they wanted to. That is not constructive. That is actually destructive. And here's where we need to learn how to protect our energy. These opinions. They don't deserve space in our mind at all. In fact, they never did. I've seen it happen so many times. We give power to people who don't deserve it. We take what they say to heart and we hold on to it. We let their words rattle around in our minds and we let them affect how we see ourselves. And for what? To please people who don't even have our best interest at heart? People pleasing sucks, and it has absolutely no place in your life. You don't need to live up to standards that don't align with who you really are. It's time to let go of that shit for good. Here's what I want to do. The next time someone offers up an opinion, I want you to stop for a moment and ask yourself this simple question. Does this person genuinely care about my growth? And I mean really care. Are they offering feedback because they love you and want to see you succeed? Or are they just talking? Because sometimes people just talk. I'm guilty of it too. Okay, it happens. Lots of us talk. And guess what? That is okay, but it's also none of your business what they think of you. Now I know that that is easier said than done. We're all wired to want approval, validation. It's totally human nature. But here's the thing, you don't need validation from everyone. In fact, you don't need it from most people. You need to live your life according to your values, your purpose, your vision for your life. And when you do that, the right people will show up. The ones who care about you, who want to see you thrive, they'll plug into those places where you need guidance, support, or maybe even a little bit of tough love. Those are the voices that you should listen to. And the people who don't get it, the ones who offer nothing but negativity, judgment, criticism without substance, they'll fade away into the background. They always do. Why? Because their opinions never mattered to begin with. Think about how much lighter your life could feel if you truly let go of other people's judgments. How much freer you would be. How much more time and energy could you pour into the things that actually matter? Your goals, your passions, your relationships with people who lift you up. Once you stop worrying about what others think of you, you can step into your full power. You can live fully aligned with who you are meant to be. So let me remind you, it is none of your business what people think of you. Your business is living your life according to your values. When you do that, the right people will show up and the rest, they'll disappear. And as we wrap up, I challenge you to adopt this mantra moving forward. Anytime you feel yourself starting to worry about someone else's opinion, take a deep breath and say out loud if you have to, it is none of my business what they think of me. And watch how your world starts to change. Thank you for spending this moment with me. Keep growing, keep believing in your value, and surround yourself with those who see it too. And as always, remember, you were always enough, babe. Always.